Now, I probably don't even need to tell you this. You guys are very well aware just by observing our goddamn species, particularly TikTok.com and its consequences on humanity. You should be able to tell the dastardly effects on our generation.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Tizo, and welcome back to another episode of
Locked and Reloaded. You keep the clips.
I appreciate y'all checking me out, man. My father's a pastor, and he always told me God only help fools and babies. I'm not a fool, and I'm not a baby, so go ahead and help me out by hitting that subscribe button.
Particularly TikTok.com and its consequences on humanity. You should be able to tell the dastardly effects on our generation. Apparently, the average IQ of the new generation has dropped by around 20 points, and 70 years worth of IQ progress has been wiped off the face of the earth. You know, each generation being born is always like a couple IQ points smarter. But this is the first time in history we've gone backwards.
Jesus! Man, listen, man, I got a little story for y'all, right? So I'm sitting here in the house, you know, I'm on the game, and we have a family member that's here, right? So as I'm playing the game, out the corner of my eye, I'm watching the family member move. So I'm like, okay, you know, playing the game still. So I see the family member go in the kitchen, get a cup, come back to the table, go back in the kitchen, get the juice, come back to the table, pour the juice, then go back to the kitchen, and then come back to the table, drink the juice, then sit down. And the whole time I'm in my head like, bruh, why you ain't just go to the kitchen and pour the drink inside of the cup and then walk back with the cup all in one trip? Why did it take you 2 to 3 trips to get you some juice? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just thinking like, what was going through your mind in order for you to do that? Like, what was going on in there?
I'm gonna just say this. I teach 7th grade. They are still performing on the 4th grade level.
7th grade English teacher here. I teach in Northern Houston, and I teach at one of the more affluent schools. When I tell you that these babies cannot read, they cannot write, and they cannot comprehend, I'm being dead serious. It doesn't exist. I have kids constantly asking me, how do I spell window? How do I spell important? How do I spell though? And
I mean, I'm gonna say this. In school, I wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. But one thing about it, 2 things for sure. I remember, like, in elementary school, if there was a word that you didn't know how to spell, they would give us like a spelling test. We'll do the spelling test, and then the teacher would like figure out, okay, you don't know how to spell this, you don't know how to spell that. So what your homework was to go home and write the word over and over and over again, the words that you didn't know. And I'm not gonna lie, that was efficient. I can't remember how many times we used to write it down, but I knew it wasn't that much. It was like probably like 5 or 10 times you had to rewrite the word over and over again. But I feel like that was pretty efficient in my learning pattern on how to spell things. And me coming from a Haitian household, hearing other kids say the words, it really helped with my enunciation, especially words that I didn't know, like how to spell there and there and there. I didn't know that there was 3 different ways how to spell there. But obviously I'm much older now. I'm like, not a dumbass anymore. Back then I was a dumbass.
they be serious. They're dead serious. I could ask them, who is the main character of your story? The story of 4-paragraph story we just read. Can't tell you. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know. It took us 4 weeks to get through how to answer a question in a complete sentence.
I used to always remember the teacher used to call on us, and like we used to like read through a book or something, and everybody will have the same book, and then you kind of had to follow along. And then like she'll go through every student like paragraph by paragraph and pick on them and like, okay, you have to read. Not pick on them like pick on you, but pick you out of the group to read, like one after the other, and then she'll kind of jump around the class. And I used to remember, right? The people who couldn't read, she would always pick them. But the people who could read would never get picked. And now I see, you know, when the teacher called on you to read, it was more or less to help you out. We all know once you go home, you're not gonna read. Your parents aren't gonna force you to read. And even if they do, you're probably just gonna go sit in a room and they're not gonna watch you. You get what I'm saying? So making you read out loud in a public setting gives you the practice. It gives you the courage for public speaking. I mean, get in the comments if you think I'm wrong, but that's what I feel like.
Imagine being the first generation in all of mankind to be stupider than the previous ones. So every single generation, we have steadily increased in IQ points, except for the newest generation. Congrats, everybody's gonna be an idiot from now on. But you know the best part about all of this? That means that we alive right now, you know, all the maybe older generations of Gen Z or something, older members of Gen Z, are the smartest people alive in humanity.
I mean, come on. They have literal kids who go on TikTok and see something that is so dumb. And then when I go and watch the video, you can clearly tell it's satire. You can clearly tell it's satire. Like, I don't know, the challenge with them baking chicken in NyQuil. Do you know kids was actually taking NyQuil?
Don't try this at home.
That is the warning from the FDA today about another wild TikTok trend.
It's called the NyQuil Challenge or Sleepy Chicken.
Original videos were yanked from TikTok. This challenge has been circulating on social media since the beginning of the year, but now the FDA is calling it foul.
Got sick last night, so I'm cooking up some NyQuil chicken.
It's a recipe for disaster that could land you in the ER or worse, the morgue.
There are several active ingredients in NyQuil, including a sleep medication. You could not only become extraordinarily drowsy, but acetaminophen taken in high doses can lead to liver failure and death.
Warming it up in a hot plate pan and putting the chicken inside of the NyQuil.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
When you have people that you care about and then you see them and you kind of have to tilt your head like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? I see what they follow. And it's people like the Nicki Minaj's and the Megan Thee Stallions, the Cardi B's and the Little Babies and the Offset that these kids are following. Teachers in the classroom who literally try to teach their kids with these songs. Like, bro, like, stop bringing that into the classroom. We have other groups and societies that's kicking our ass. They kicking our ass. Ruined it. But let's see what they teaching our kids at school.
When you see me, say you gotta say what's up. Yeah. Wanna be on my roster, but it's all good. Yeah. We be living, learning, and we turn it up. Yeah. Purpose be your desk.
God, I need something to, God damn it. This is why. This is why. This is why. Now you see why we're failing. Because all everybody want to do is come to school, shake your booty, shake your ass all over the place. That's all you got now teaching these kids. Like, goddamn, man, just teach the goddamn class.
Your real name is,
If you say my name, we gonna fight.
okay.
I'm gonna choke you.
Oh, well, I don't want that, because she got backup.
It's alright. Why was you finna say my real name?
Okay, well, we gonna go ahead
Why?
and leave. Huh?
Why?
And this is the example that you want kids to follow. This.
So they can look up if I had eviction before or something?
Who said something about an eviction?
I don't want them to know my name.
You got evicted before?
Maybe.
Why didn't you pay your rent?
Because I ain't want to. I was outside thugging, buying clothes.
You really...
I don't even fucking know what to say, bro.
I was outside thugging, buying clothes.
You really outside thugging that they put you out.
I was.
Okay.
Even though I don't have any kids, I feel like we all owe society to educate the generation that comes after us. Not only just to save the planet, but also to sustain a better life and a better outcome from each and every one of us. Appreciate you guys for checking me out, man. Thank you for watching another episode of
Locked and Reloaded. You keep the clips.
He's on fire! Now give me my theme music!